God, dude, your M4 sucks. That build you have on it, bro, whoever I just rezzed at the end. Oh my God. I hate how that shit makes you fucking pick up guns then sometimes, dude.
What's your buck?
60 seconds left. You have secured the package.
Throwing flash grenade! Loading! Threats in the area. Ready for Sasky. Changing max!
1 minute left. Focus. Final minutes.
Behind you, into. Whoa.
Got your cover.
Remaining. It's down to you. Finish the mission. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Seconds. Ready to deploy. They've dropped the package. You have the package.
What?
Loading fresh mag!
The enemy secured the package. Remaining.
Yo, what is up, you sexy beasts? Modern Warfare 2 beta is in full swing, so I figured I would bring you guys some of the classes as well as the settings I've found to be the most useful. As far as the settings go, these are just what I use personally, and I feel like they've made the game both feel and play the best, at least for me personally. So we'll go ahead and start with the classes. Pretty much I've been using two main classes. That first M4 that you guys saw, we're using the Tempest High Tower Barrel just to give it a nice bit of both the bullet velocity and the range. But it also, I think, at least for me, it's given it a good amount of recoil control. I personally really like running the second suppressor just because it gives you another bit of recoil control as well as obviously the suppressor itself. Then we use the shark fin, which is, I think it's pretty much just like the commando foregrip from Modern Warfare 2019. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like to me. Then we're using the first grip just for, again, more recoil control because the recoil in this game is kind of nutty. And then finally, I do use the mini dot just because I like this one more than this one right here. As for the secondary, I do use the X13 auto. That pistol is fire. The other one's pretty good. It has like I think it's like a 2 or 3 bullet kill, but this one, you know, it's great just to kind of pop around corners and gun somebody down when you run out of ammo. For the dead silence, if you guys don't know how to get it, all you have to do is you click add a class. You can choose that one right there, and it'll come with dead silence, or if you're level 30, you have it unlocked. But I think you guys saw my favorite gun for this, other than like the snipers. Unfortunately, we don't get attachments for those, so I'm not going to do a build for those. But the MP5 is just, I mean, this thing's ridiculous. If you guys don't know how to get it, I understand that it apparently is still locked. If you guys didn't already get it, I'm sorry, but I think that they patched it to where you could use overkill to unlock it. You would just select like one of the classes that you wanted, and then you would apply overkill, put a shotgun as your primary, and then you would get the AR version. Then you could unlock the MP5, but I think they fixed it to where now it puts an M4. But if you guys did get it and were lucky enough to unlock it before they patched it, my MP5 build is basically just around being as fast as you possibly can. So I do use the lock shot muzzle brake, the lock grip underbarrel, the 40 round mag, the Cronus grip, you know, gotta have that Cronus on lock, and no stock. But pretty much it's just with movement in this game, I know a lot of people hate it, but it is still possible to slide cancel, and I think even if they manage to like patch slide canceling worse than it is right now, the B hops that you can do with this are just, I mean, that's the vibe. I think jumping and B hopping is probably going to be the movement necessary for this game. So if we move on to settings, now, like I said, these are just what I use. We'll start with my controller. I do play on default, and that's not true. I use a PS4 scuff, but I emulate it otherwise. And then for the sensitivities, set these to what is right for you. I mean, I know that's not very specific, but I like 11 and 12 just because it feels snappier to me. And then the other thing is the weapon mount activation. If you change that to ADS, that's how you slide cancel. So like you slide, aim, jump, and then pretty much it lets you slide cancel like you would if we go to advanced. I do play on dynamic. I know a lot of people play on linear, but I like dynamic for this game. I do just use the default aim assist though. For my my sensitivity per zoom though, I do change that and I use customs. So low zoom I do use 1.2, and then these two, I don't think there actually are any sights, but these two right here, the 6 to 7 and the 8 to 9, so these are gonna be like your sniper scopes. I do set those to 1.4 because I do like to zoom in and move a little closer to what the actual sensitivity that I use is. Yeah, so I do use automatic sprint, not automatic tac sprint. I know a lot of people use automatic tac sprint, but if you use tap sprint, basically after the first, you automatically tac sprint. So it's like automatic sprint makes it to where you're already sprinting, and then the first click makes it attack. I don't know, it feels to me like slide canceling is a little bit smoother with that, but that could just be in my head. If we go over to graphics, now these are all based on my card. For me, I do have VSync on just because without it I was getting a lot of screen flicker, but I recommend turning that off just for most people. Also, the other thing to really like make this game look better is make sure you turn off HDR. High dynamic range is supposed to make like the darker colors look darker so it looks more vivid, but to me it just makes the game look really flat and really dark. We pop over to quality. Pretty much everything you're going to want to set, if you're going for FPS, pretty much going to set everything to low or normal. Tessellation, set that off. On-demand texture streaming off. If you're on console, You could probably still use this and it wouldn't be too big of a deal, but for me, I set that off just to maximize my frame. Depth of field, motion blur, all of that off. Set your film grain all the way down to 0, and that's going to make the game just significantly easier to see. Now, here's a couple of big ones. Field of view in this game, I've noticed that if you go over 110, like I've been playing on 20 and sniping on 20 for years. If you go over 110, I feel like I lose all aim assist. So if you play KBAM, it doesn't really matter. Set it to whatever you want. But if you're coming from console or you're just new to like getting FOV, definitely don't go over 100 right away. I like 108 to 109 for this game. I pretty much go as much as I can without getting the loss, but 109 feels pretty good to me. Affected for sure. Here's the biggest one. So I don't know why they didn't have this last week, but this is the like most important setting. Make sure you set your gun field of view to wide. It makes the guns in this game, the models for them are freaking huge. This makes them look significantly smaller in your screen. And then last but not least, this right here, first person camera movement, set that all the way down. So that just basically gets rid of a lot of the shake that there is in this game, because there's a lot of that too. We go to interface, the other one that I would definitely recommend because this game is super kind of flat. Go to color customization and filter 2, set it to both, and then set the color intensity to the world all the way to 100. It makes the game a lot more colorful and a lot easier to see. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys are having fun in the beta. I know I am. I'm so excited for the new game to come out. If this helped you in any way, man, make sure to leave a like. If you don't already, subscribing helps me out a lot. But I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.